Hi there, my name is Tapang Tanku, and today, on behalf of the Consortium, we are revisiting some of the key highlights of yesterday's discussion with the new Consortium leaders Baramak and Tapang Tanku and the people of West Cameroon. We unanimously agreed that we will unconditionally demand for the release of all Consortium leaders who have been arrested and taken into French Cameroon. We will continue to demand for the release of Justice Aya Paula Bine and Mancho Bibixi. We continue to demand for the unconditional protection and maximum security of Tasang Wilfred, a key member of the Consortium leadership. We as well acknowledge that we will recognize and abide by the rules and regulations of the Consortium. We will also as well continue to protect the interests of all West Cameroonians living home and abroad. That said, we will expand our tentacles and broaden our arms as wide as possible to include the interests of all groups working for the interest of every single Cameroonian, West Cameroonian living home and abroad. That said, we as well are rolling out key strategies next week that will promote the interest of West Cameroonians through boycotts, ghost towns, and massive civil disobedience. We denounce every form of violence, and we will continue to denounce every form of brutal militarization of West Cameroonians in West Cameroon. We call for the demilitarization of West Cameroon, and we call for the respect of human rights, and we as well acknowledge that we are pushing every single effort off and on the table to pressure the international community to come to our aid. We denounce the abduction of children as young as 7. We denounce the raping and the killings of women and children. We denounce the silent killings taking place in Cameroon. And as well, we denounce every form of torture and gross human rights violations perpetrated by the Paul Biya regime. We will continue to work as one. We will continue to repress every form of violations on our rights, and we will continue to resist till we win this long-standing struggle. It's been more than 55 years of suffering and untold pain on the people of West Cameroon. We will not accept any form of brutal, hardcore attacks on our people anymore. We will put our resistance as strong as we can because this is a winning adventure. The regime has embarked on an unwinnable misadventure, and we will cripple the regime to the last man standing. Of course, we will continue to use every peaceful form to protest, to resist, and to win. That said, we have understood that within the last few hours, the regime has been re-strategizing to intensify its ban on communications and to choke our strategies for a win. We understand that next week, the regime will be banning WhatsApp, our key tool for communications and circulations of regime atrocities. We understand that we are living in the diaspora and we have the money and the resources we can pull together to make sure this win is successful. First, we are moving straight away to call on the diaspora to act as the public relations officers for this winning struggle. Please, if you're living home and abroad, do call back home. Call at least a family member per day, or a friend, or even not, 2, 3, 4, 5 friends, and tell them what exactly we are discussing on the social media. They are cut off from whatever we are discussing, but we are not cut off from them. We have our telephones, we have the resources, and we have the individual comparative advantages to pull our resources together and make this a big win. We will continue to crave on your indulgence to respect every rule and regulation the Consortium sets out. We will as well embrace every group next week and in the upcoming weeks to strengthen, to harmonize, and to intensify our win. We acknowledge that you've been working very hard, and we are working for you, and collectively, in unity, we can win. This is an Anglophone struggle. This is a struggle for Southern Cameroonians. This is a struggle for West Cameroonians. We identify as Anglophones, or call it Pidgin English-speaking Cameroonians, and not as Northwest nor Southwest. One man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter. We are fighting for our freedoms. We are fighting for the advancement of democracy, the rule of law, and good governance, and will continue to push forth these universal rights and freedoms across West Cameroon and beyond. My name is Tapang Tanku. Thanks for keeping in touch with the Consortium.
When injustice becomes law, resistance becomes a duty. The people of West Cameroon have a duty to resist your oppression.